Okay, so we have already talked about the sitting and walking meditation. Okay, so today we'll finish up discussion on the basic instruction. We're talking a little bit more about the meditation on the daily activities. So actually we have already discussed a little bit about this meditation and daily activities yesterday. Okay? So when we talk about the process of noting, how to note after the sitting meditation comes to an end and before you begin the walking meditation. How you note when you want to get up, you want to open your eyes. As you open your eyes, and the intention to get up, how to note when you get up, as you walk to the path. All this comes under the noting or meditation on daily activities. Now, one thing that you have to note or pay attention to is that when it comes to meditation on daily activities, so you're not just being aware generally of what you're doing. So for example, so some yogis, when they report daily activities, they report how morning when they get up, it says, oh, morning I get up, I open my eyes, I got up from the bed, I walk to the sink, I wash my face, I take the towel, I dry my face, then I brush my teeth, and so on. This is really very general and also very superficial. Okay? So, as I said yesterday, you don't need to come for a retreat in order to know all this. So, even when you are not in a retreat, you know when you get out, you open your eyes, you walk to the sink, you wash your face. Right? You know all this. Okay? So in a retreat, the awareness of the activities should be more thorough, and should occur at a deeper level of experience, than just merely knowing what you are doing. So you have to note each activity carefully, just like in a walking meditation. Actually, meditation and daily activities is no different from walking meditation. It's an activity of walking, and you're noting it very carefully. Right? As you lift the foot, you put your attention there. So as the foot gradually raise up, you're noting, lifting. You're observing very carefully the intention, the movement, movement. So that's how you note in the daily activities also. You're not just noting, oh, I know my foot get up, my foot move forward, my foot lays down. Right? You're going in deeply, observing carefully, moment to moment. Everything that's experienced by the mind, as the foot gradually lifts up, as it gradually moves forward, as it gradually places down. Right? So take for example, opening the door. So first you're walking towards the door. Right? So as you're walking towards the door, you note right step, left step. You pay attention to the foot. Just like in walking meditation, you feel the sensation on the foot as you take each step. Don't worry about the door yet. So daily activities, you must be focused. Mindfulness must be established in the present activity. Okay? So in the present, the right step. So your whole mind just on the right step. Next, the left step. Then the whole mind just on the left step. Okay? Don't worry about the future, the door. Okay? So you don't let the mind slip even 1 second into the future, or 1 second into the past, exactly in the present. Okay? So as you're walking towards, just note right step, then left step, then right step, then left step. Then when you come close enough to the door, then you notice the urge in the mind, the impulse arise, urging to reach for the door, right? So there's a mental activity occurring. So your mind is clear enough, you notice it. Okay? So this very subtle urging, subtle impulse to reach for the door. It just arises spontaneously. Okay? You don't have to wait there. When is the intention going to come? It just arises. Okay? So the moment the urge arises, the intention arises, you notice the arm starts moving. You're slow enough, you notice first it becomes firm. The whole arm becomes firm. It tightens up. Then it pushes forward. Okay, so you notice because of the intention, there's this firmness, is pushing forward. Okay, so intention causes the wind element. Okay, that pushes forward. Okay? So you can only notice this if you are going slowly and observing carefully. So in daily activities, you have to slow down. Okay? Slow down so that the mindfulness can keep up, can sink in and observe carefully, observe clearly. If you go very fast, you can hardly observe anything. Okay? You move fast, all you can observe is what is on the surface. Okay? So you want to penetrate, sink in. You have to go slowly, okay? Like a zombie. Okay? Go slow, but also observe carefully. Okay? So you must have clear awareness, present all the time, watching, observing, taking note. There's no point slowing down, but you're not watching. Some yogis can walk so slow, but when you ask, what do you experience? Nothing. It means they are just slowing down, but they are not watching carefully. Okay? So slow down, observe carefully. Okay? So you can slow down, you observe carefully, you'll be able to notice the intention is suddenly it pops up. When you come close enough to the door, it just spontaneously it appears. Okay? The moment it appears, you notice the movement occur. You feel the sensation of the movement, the tightness, the pushing forward. Okay? And so the arm move, it move a bit, but it has not reached yet. So it has not reached, then you notice in the mind, it keeps on urging, go some more. Then it urge some more, then you see more movement occur. Then not yet reached, so the mind keeps urging, go some more. then I go some more, I go. Okay? So you observe carefully, you can see, you can notice, observe this process, mental, physical process, a series of intention, giving rise to a series of movement. So there's intention and movement, intention, movement, intention, movement, intention, movement, continuously. You try to stop the intention, then you notice it stop moving. So you have to observe carefully in this way. Okay? Then after that, once it reaches, then it touches. Right? Then there is another experience already. Okay? Touching. Okay? So then you pay attention to the experience of touching. Okay? There's touching, touching, touching. What does the mind experience? Hardness, or coolness, or smoothness, whatever occurs to the mind. Okay? Whatever the mind experience in the moment, again, take note. Touching, touching, touching. So your whole mind just on the touching. Forget about the stretching. That is over. That's in the past already. Now in the present, touching, touching, touching. Okay? Always in the present. Okay? So don't worry about what you do next, because the mind knows what to do next. After touching for a while, the mind will, another impulse, another urge arise. Now grab. Okay? So you feel the urge, the impulse to grab on the knob, door knob or door handle. Right? As soon as that arises, you notice the finger starts grabbing. You feel the tightness, the pressure. So and the intention keeps arising as long as you have not gripped it properly yet. The mind keep urging, grip some more. So it continue gripping. So there's mental physical process going on. Even in this, just this simple act of grabbing. But you have to slow down and have to observe carefully. Then only you can discern this underlying mental physical processes. Then, so when you're grabbing, just your whole attention just on that act of grabbing, gripping. Nothing else. So then next, the mind will always tell you what to do. You don't have to worry what to do next. And next, the mind tell you, okay, now turn. So the intention arises again. So you take note intention. As soon as it arises, you notice the wrist start turning. You feel the sensation. So again, intention turning. So you observe this whole process carefully. Be completely in the present with it. Then the next, the mind will urge you. Okay, turn enough already. And now push. So intention to push. Then you notice, start pushing. Okay? So again, it's a series: intention, pushing. Okay? So so only when you slow down and you observe carefully, you can discern all these mental, physical processes going on, even as you are carrying out all these activities, your daily activities. Okay? So this is what we note in the meditation and daily activities. Okay? The mental, physical process. behind all the activities that you are doing. Okay? So meditation and daily activity is not just knowing what you are doing. Okay? The mind has to sink deeper and discern clearly. A mental physical process, mental physical nature that's going on moment to moment. Okay? So a yogi's awareness of activities need to be careful and thorough in this way. Okay? So it's not a general, superficial awareness. Okay? Now, so when it comes to this noting of daily activities, so it is helpful to break down complex activity into smaller and simpler activities. Like opening the door we just mentioned. Normally you just open, you go there, you reach out your hand, you turn, you open. So you think it's a simple activity, but when you do it slowly, it consists of, it's a very complex activity, consists of many smaller, simpler activities. So you break it down. So one is reaching out, that's one activity. Touching, another activity. Gripping, another activity. Turning, another activity. Pushing, another activity. So break it down into simpler steps. And then as you are carrying out each simple step, so your whole attention just on that one simple activity. Don't let the mind wander off. What you're gonna do next, what you're gonna do next. Don't worry, your mind will know what to do next. So your mind will tell you all the intention. That's where all the intention comes. So you focus just on one simple activity at a time. Then you make your life simple. Otherwise you'll be overwhelmed. Wow, so many things to do. Then what to do first? Then you start planning, and then you get distracted. Then you give up noting. I have to hurry, otherwise I cannot finish all this. And then go to the hall to meditate. So you don't worry about going to the hall. With your whole attention on what you are doing in the present moment. Don't worry about the future. Not even 1 second into the future. Just exactly in the present. So note one activity at a time and note it thoroughly. Okay? Note it carefully, moment to moment. You see vipassana. Vipassana means wisdom, clarity of mind. Vipassana is a type of wisdom, a clarity of mind. We are developing this. So how do we develop? How do we train the mind to be clear? Develop this clarity of mind. We train by slowing down in a daily activity. Slow down and observe one activity at a time, carefully, so that the mind can be thorough. So you observe carefully, like stretching. You notice, there's this. Next, there's this. Next, there's this. Next, there's this. So your mind keep pointing. Note, careful, knowing clearly. So you're exercising the clarity of mind. By noting, taking note clearly. Moment to moment. Yeah, exercising this mindful, sharp, precise noting. Okay, so you look careful, look. Try to feel, try to sense, experience as clearly as you can every moment. One moment, another moment, another moment. You exercise this clarity, sharp, precise clarity, accurate clarity. So you exercise it again and again and again. Gradually, a clarity develops. Okay? This is called bhavana. What is bhavana? Meditation. Usually we translate it as meditation. Okay? But bhavana literally means developing. Okay? So you're developing the mind. So developing mindfulness, developing sati, samadhi, jnana, the clarity. Okay? How do you develop? Moment to moment noting. Okay? Every moment you note, you exercise mindfulness, exercise the concentration, the clarity. So you're developing these wholesome mental qualities. Okay? It becomes stronger, stronger. Okay? This is bhavana. Now, usually yogis, especially beginners, might find it difficult to note in daily activities because there are so many activities to do. Okay? So often you get lost in it. Too many things to do, you forgot to note. Because there's also the tendency to want to rush, want to hurry, and then you forgot to note. Right? So you have to note the tendency to want to hurry. Okay? So take note of it. You can feel the mind. It's like inclining forward, go faster, faster. So that's also an intention there, the urge, go faster, go. Note that mind. Okay? So step back and take note. When you step back, you detach from it, you take note, it disappears. Then the mind calms down. You no longer incline into the future. Then settle in the present. Then you note whatever you are doing in the present. Okay? So be aware of that urge to always hurry, to rush here and rush there, because it's a very strong habit among lay people, especially. Okay, monks sometimes. Our life, because unlike y'all, we don't have so much activity, and we also take it easy, no problem. So we don't have so much of that urge to hurry. Okay? But so you have to note whenever that urge arises. Okay? So hold your horses. So now, in the beginning, what you can do is you choose a few activities. Okay? A few activities that you carry out regularly, very often, many times, every day. Okay? So for example, throughout the day, you get up from your seat, or you sit down. You do this many times. Every time you want to sit down to meditate, every time you want to get up to walk. So you can choose this, getting up, sitting down, or bowing. You also do a lot of bowing every day. Okay? Opening, closing the door. So, eating also, especially eating. Okay, even though you only eat twice a day, but while you're eating, many muscle. So, so choose these activities. Okay, so and then when it comes to perform this activity, you slow down. You really slow down and take your time and note carefully every small little activities involved. Okay, so now then the other activities. What do you do? Don't know. You still need to know. Bathing. Yes, you can note during bathing. But often for beginners, may be difficult. Because there's so many things to do. And then the water may be cold, and then you slowly shiver. So here you all have heater or not? Have, okay. Then you can note. So, yeah, you can add bathing to the list. Okay? So it's a good training because there are so many steps you need to do. So, but one thing is that you need to select an activity where you don't get in the way of others. Because like bathing, you're sharing a bathroom, you go so slowly inside, others waiting outside. So you cannot go too slow also. Okay? So you choose these few activities, you note carefully. Other activities you still note, not to say you don't note, because nothing needs to go on. Okay? But not as thorough. Okay? So don't choose activity where you get in the way of others. Like when you're queuing for food, taking a food, don't go slowly. They're all waiting behind. Hungry there to not angry. So you choose all these few activities, and then you carry them out very carefully. Train to note the daily activities using these few activities. Then as you get better and better, then you slowly add more and more activities to your list. Okay, until a time you can cover all activities. Okay. So in a retreat like this, remember, don't rush. There's no point rushing. Where you're rushing to? You rush also, you remain in the center. You're not going anywhere, right? So you might as well take your time and do things thoroughly, carefully, mindfully, clearly. Okay? So it's also another thing helpful is simplify your life when you come to a meditation center. Okay? So outside a retreat, your life may be very complicated. Before you can leave your home, 101 things to do. So here you have to consider whatever is not necessary, skip, don't do. Okay, everything simplify. Clothing also simplify. So in the yogi told me, so he come for a retreat, he only have a few pairs of clothing. Okay, so he wear one, then when he wash, very simple, he just put a bit soap, then wash a bit and rinse and put out, finish. Okay, so Very simple clothing. You don't have to figure out, today I wear like this, nice or not. No need. You just wear something to cover, that's all. To protect the body, from cold, from heat, from sunlight, and so on. That's all. Don't have to be beautiful. When you observe 8 precepts, you don't beautify yourself, right? Very simple clothing. So you go to Buddhist country, you see when they go to temple to observe 8 precepts, or when they go for retreat, very simple clothing. Okay? In Thailand, they wear all white. So in Burma, they have the brown sarong and white blouse for the ladies. The men will wear the longi, brown longi, and then a simple white shirt. Usually they wear long sleeve. Burmese like to wear long sleeve. Okay, so simple and neat, and then they meditate. So you don't worry about beauty. Neat, yes. Okay, beauty, no. Okay, so very simple. Make your life simple. Okay, so when you come for retreat, just one bag enough. Okay, not come with a car full load of things. I know of a yogi who have to make 2 trips to bring everything to the meditation center. After retreat, again 2 trips. So you are burdened by so many things. How can the mind settle? But fortunately, she's a good yogi. The mind can actually settle. So, but you simplify your life. Okay, then you have not so many things to do. Then daily activities become easier. Okay. Okay. Okay, now to conclude the basic instruction. So I want to bring up one advice given by the Venerable Mahakachayana. Advice for the yogis. So this is from the Theragatha. So the verses of the elders. So he says, Chakumasa yatha ando, sotawa badiro yatha, panyawasa yatha mugo, balawa dubalo riva, ata ate samupane sayeta mata sayikam. So Chakumasa yatha ando. So Chakuma means a person, one who have eyes. Chaku means the eyes. So Chakuma means you have eyes. Everybody have eyes. So we are all Chakuma. So what it means is you have eyes. One with eyes. Yatha ando should behave as if he's blind. So even though you have eyes, you see a lot of things. But when you see, you should behave as if you're blind. Behave as if you don't see. Okay? So for yogis, this is important. If you retreat, you look, see. How can the mind settle down? The mind will be constantly distracted outwardly. Okay? So you have to draw your mind inside. Okay? So even though you see, you behave as if you don't see. Actually what it means is you have to note. Whenever you see, you note. Seeing, seeing, seeing. And you just stop at bare seeing. You don't see and then, oh, this is a person. Oh, this is my friend. Then you start thinking, oh, yesterday we were having coffee, and on and on it goes. Okay, but you stop bare seeing, 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 finish. You really not in the present, seeing, seeing, seeing. You don't even know what you're seeing. Yeah. If your mind is really in the present, you're not seeing, seeing, seeing. The mind doesn't process what is being seen. All you see is something blur. So your mind does not register what is seen. So this is what the Buddha meant when he says, ditte ditta mattam bhavisati. So he says, in what is seen, there is only what is seen. In what is seen, there will only be what is seen. So it's a meditation instruction. You must train yourself. In what is seen, there will be only what is seen. What is seen means color, bare color. So we see, seeing, just bare color. It doesn't register what it is that you are seeing. That's what it means. Behave as if you are blind. So there's this one yogi previously. So when he was meditating at home, doing walking meditation, so as he was walking, there was something on the path. So he noted seeing, and finished. He continued walking. Right step, left step, lifting, pushing, placing. Okay. So he was not distracted by it. Okay? But after he has finished the meditation, then he remembered, just now I was meditating, I saw something. And then he considered, what was it? And then he realized, it's a rat on his path. Okay? So he said, normally if you see a rat, you start thinking how to catch and take it elsewhere. Okay? But he was meditating, he was not distracted because he was noting, seeing, finish. He continued his meditation. So he was not distracted. Okay? So one with eyes, even though you have eyes, you should be as if you are blind. Okay? Then sotawa badiro yata. Sotawa means you have ears. One with ears, sota means ears. So even though you have ears, badiro yata, you should behave as if you are deaf, cannot hear. Okay? This means again noting. So when you hear something, you just note hearing, and you stop at the bare hearing. Okay? You don't go and explore further. Oh, what is this? This is the neighbor. He's ringing the bell. I must be chanting. I must be praying. Then your mind get carried away. Okay? So hear, ring, just hearing, finish, and then come back. Okay? So even though you hear, it's as if you don't hear. Okay? Again, the Buddha says, Sutte sutta mattam bhavisati. In what is heard, there is only what is heard. Okay? What is heard is just bare sound, meaningless sound. Okay? The mind, we are really noting in the present, hearing. The mind does not process the sound. Okay? Even if somebody talk to you, somebody scold you, you're hearing, finish. You don't know what he's talking, you don't even know he's scolding you. So next time your boss scold you, hearing. Mm. Then the next one, Panyawasa Yata Mugo. So Panyawa, one with wisdom. So one with wisdom should behave as if you are mute. Mute means you cannot speak, cannot talk. So this is more for people who are very knowledgeable, a lot of knowledge. So sometimes you cannot help it. So much knowledge you want to share with others. Even when you come to a retreat also, last time I saw this yogi, lots of Abhidhamma knowledge. Every time I come for a retreat, pull some yogis aside and teach them Abhidhamma. Then you become distracted. You yourself are distracted, and then other people are also disturbed. Okay? So you must refrain from this. You behave as if you cannot talk. You are mute. Okay? Also, sometimes certain stages of insight, when you experience it, you're full of faith, saddha, full of joy. This is so wonderful. You want to share with people. You want to express your knowledge of the Dhamma. So at that time you have to note, not the desire to share, to talk, and then restrain it. Behave as if you cannot talk. You really cannot. You drink some water and hold the water in your mouth, and then you cannot talk. And that's how the monks in ancient times, ancient Sri Lanka, when they go for alms round, they do not want to talk. So before they enter the village, they drink some water and hold it in their mouth. And then they go inside the village, and then the alms round, they don't talk. Then the Balawa Dubalo Riva. So Balawa means one with strength. You are strong. Even though you are strong, able-bodied, strong body, you should behave as if you are feeble, weak. So when you are weak, you cannot go very fast. Like a sick person, a weak cannot go very fast. So you go slowly. So this is helpful in your practice, as we mentioned just now. You slow down, then you observe carefully, and then the mind can penetrate, sink in, and observe the mental physical processes clearly. Then the last one, Atta ate samupane sayeta mata sayikam. So it says, when it is beneficial, lie down like a dead corpse. Now what does this mean? This, when I first read it, is like a mystery. What does it mean? When it's beneficial, lie down like a dead corpse. So in the commentary, I give an example. A monk is meditating in seclusion. Then some people come, want to see him, to discuss some matter. So when he saw them coming from afar, he quickly go inside his kuti and lie down like a dead corpse. Then when they come and call him, he's dead. he don't respond. After a while, they get fed up and then they leave. Then he's not disturbed. So this shows commitment to the practice. No matter what happened, don't disturb me. Full commitment to the practice. So last time I heard this monk, when he go into seclusion for meditation, he tell the people, don't tell me anything. No matter what happened, don't tell me. Even if the world come to an end, don't tell me. So leave him in peace, meditate. So full commitment to the practice. Okay? So that should be the attitude of a yogi. When you come for a retreat, nothing else matters. Nothing else is important. Only your meditation is important. Okay? So don't worry about anybody else. Okay? Just your practice. Okay? Okay. So we have completed the basic instruction. So sitting meditation, walking meditation, meditation and daily activities. So as we said earlier, this three meditation, it covers everything that you do throughout your entire day. Okay, so that means the mindfulness goes on continuously throughout the day. From the moment you wake up, right until the moment you fall asleep at night. When you're lying down on the bed, you continue to note until you fall asleep. Okay? Meditation goes on continuously. So that's in this way you develop this continuity of mindfulness throughout the day. Okay? So you can sustain it continuously in this way. Gradually the samadhi develops. Okay? And when samadhi develops, then jnana, clear insight, clear knowledge will develop. Vipassana will develop. Okay? Okay, still a bit time, so we'll talk about something else before we end. Okay? So now, often, especially when there's a beginner in a retreat, okay? So after practicing for some time, so when you come for a retreat, or maybe you're full of enthusiasm, full of faith, so you're very happy. Now I can meditate. Then, but for beginners, often after meditating for a few days, then they start to think, "What am I doing here? I'm sitting here. Why am I sitting so long every day, watching the stomach go up, go down, go up, go down? Spending so much time every day watching my food go up, move forward, go down, again and again. Okay? Why am I moving so slowly like a zombie? So what's the purpose of all this? So why do we practice like this? And what has all this got to do with the Buddha's teaching? What is this Vipassana meditation really? Right? And what is the purpose? What is the goal of the practice? Okay? So it's important to know the goal of the practice. Because if you do not know the goal of the practice clearly, then your practice have no direction. So it's like you get into a car, you start driving, but you do not know where to drive to. So you just drive around in circle. So you practice without a goal, and you practice aimlessly. So when the practice is aimless, you do not really practice seriously. You do not exert enough effort to work hard, to move towards the goal. Okay? So often we hear people say, "Oh, you must not be too ambitious in the practice." It's true, okay? But you must also not be totally without a goal. You must have a direction in your practice. Okay? So because you don't direct your mind properly, the mind without direction, it cannot develop. Okay. See, when the Buddha practice, he has a very clear goal in his mind, the cessation of suffering. So that's how he can attain enlightenment. Okay, that's why when he after studying, practicing meditation under the two teachers, Udaka Alara Kalama and Udaka Ramaputta, he wasn't satisfied because he knows he has not reached the goal yet. Even after he has developed the highest stage of jhana, the arupa jhana, the fourth arupa jhana, he still see this is not the cessation of suffering yet. So he move on. He keeps searching. He has a direction. So so what is this practice all about? Okay, so today we'll try to explain. So that hopefully after you know what is vipassana meditation, what is the goal, and you can practice with more clarity, with more confidence, with a clear purpose. Okay. Okay, so first thing to know is what is vipassana. What is vipassana? Okay. So not what is vipassana meditation. What is vipassana? So vipassana is a Pali word. Is usually translated as insight. So, but this is not a literal translation. Okay? So if we translate vipassana literally, it means something like seeing clearly or discerning clearly. Okay? So vipassana, vi and passana. So there's a prefix vi, and then the noun passana. Okay? So verbal noun, passana, seeing. So passana means seeing. Yeah, literally it means seeing. But seeing here does not mean seeing with the physical eye. It means seeing with the mind. Seeing with the eye of wisdom. With the mental clarity. Okay? So discerning with the mind. Okay? And then you add the prefix vi, you get vipassana. So the prefix vi is a intensifier prefix. Okay? It intensifies the meaning of seeing. Okay? So it's not. So vipassana is not ordinary seeing. Okay? It's seeing in a special way, seeing clearly, seeing thoroughly, deeply, seeing in an extraordinary way. Okay? So actually, vipassana, it refers to the clear discernment of the true nature of reality. Okay? So discerning the true nature of reality clearly, as vipassana. Discern the nature exactly as it is. Okay? So in the sutta, the Buddha often say yata buddham pajanati. That means discerning clearly as it really is. Discerning clearly nature as it is, exactly as it is. Okay? So seeing as it is, that's vipassana, or discerning the true nature of reality as it is. Okay? So as it is, not as what you think it should be. Okay? So that means the mind has to be completely open to the experience, to discern it exactly as it is. That's why we say accurate clarity. It must be precisely as it is. So not what you think it should be. So vipassana means this clear discernment of the true nature of reality as it is. So when the yogi continuously make effort to mindfully take note of each sense experience that arise in each moment. So you keep making effort, not continuously rising, falling, sitting, touching, and so on. So you keep noting precisely, energetically, moment to moment. Gradually, the mind will develop this focused awareness on this continuous series of experience. So moment to moment, the mind becomes focused. Every time you note, the awareness is focused, fixed on each moment of experience. So with this continuous focus awareness, the mind will become, for a period of time, it will become pure, free from mental impurities that usually clouds the mind. Defilements or impurities such as greed, hatred, delusion, jealousy, conceit, and so on. So these defilements, these mental impurities, when they are present, they disturb the mind. These are hindrances. They disturb the mind, they hinder the mind, they cause the mind to be unable to see clearly the true nature of the sense experience that you are noting. So, but when you develop this focus awareness, moment to moment, you are noting with this focus awareness, and the mind is pure. The mind is free from these impurities. So that means there's nothing to disturb the mind. The mind is freed from all the disturbances that usually arise when there's defilements. So because the mind is freed from all these disturbances, it becomes clear. So it's able to discern the true nature of the sense experience that arise moment to moment, discern their nature exactly as they are. So in vipassana meditation, what we are essentially doing is all this noting moment to moment. What you are essentially doing is that you are working to free the mind from all these mental impurities, at least temporarily. Free the mind from these mental impurities, so that the mind, when once it's freed from all these disturbances, the mind is able to discern clearly the sense experiences that you are noting, like the rising, the falling, sitting, touching, and so on. Okay, now, so we said that vipassana is a clear discernment of true nature of reality as they really are. So true nature of reality. So, but what is this reality we are talking about? So this reality is referring to the truth of suffering, which is the 5 aggregates. So the 5 aggregates. So when I say true nature of reality, means true nature of the 5 aggregates. You know what are the 5 aggregates? So what is the first one? Rupa Kanda, material aggregates. Okay, so aggregate of materiality, the four elements. So the earth, water, wind, fire. Okay, so these are all material qualities: hardness, softness, roughness, smoothness, heat, cold, support, pressure, movement. Then the water element is the binding, cohesion, the flowing, fluidity. So, so this all comes under aggregate materiality. Okay, not just this, also materiality that is dependent on the four elements. Okay, like the objective materiality: sound, smell, taste. These objects are also a materiality. Yeah. So colors also. Yeah. Then also the what we call sensitive materiality. Okay? The eye sensitivity. Somewhere in the retina, there's all this materiality that's sensitive to light, sensitive to colors. Okay? Without this, you cannot see. Okay? Because this materiality, they respond to the light. And you can see. Okay? There's ear sensitivity, that's sensitive to sound. These are all materiality. Nose sensitivity, tongue sensitivity, bodily sensitivity. So these are also materiality. There's also the heart base. There's also materiality. All this comes under the material aggregate. Okay? Then the second one is Vedana Kanda, feeling aggregate. Feeling is simply the mental experience of pleasantness, unpleasantness, neutralness. It is the mental state that experiences pleasantness or unpleasantness or neutralness every time when you experience an object. So that object has a taste. It tastes pleasant or unpleasant or neutral. So Vedana, the feeling, is that which experience this taste of the object. Okay? So, and then Sanya Kanda, aggregate of perception. Perception is the mental state that recognizes. Okay? In your everyday life, you recognize. You recognize a person. This Lepeng, this brother Ko, and so on. You recognize. Okay? This is a table, this is a clock, this is a tablet, and so on. Okay? So when you are noting vipassana, sanya also recognizes. It's noting. Actually, noting is sanya. So the rising, falling, pressure, tightness, it recognizes the characteristic. Okay? That's sanya at work. Okay? When you're noting, the mindfulness established firmly on the object. Okay? But it's sanya that picks up. Okay? And then it's wisdom, panya, that penetrates the nature. Okay? So that's their noting mind. So sanya is that which recognizes. Okay? Then the Vijnana Kanda, aggregate of consciousness. Consciousness means the citta. Vijnana and citta are actually the same thing. The knowing. We say the knowing mind. That is Vijnana, that's citta. Okay? Every time you experience an object, there's knowing. There's a knowing of the object. You're not rising, there's a knowing of the rising. That is Vijnana. Okay? Then there's Sankhara Kanda, aggregate of so usually there's a mental formation. Some even say volitional formation. I think it's clearer to say mental activities. Okay? But this mental activities is led by Chaitanya, the volition. That's why they say volitional formation. Okay? Or mental formation. These are Sankhara Khanda is a group of mental states all working together whenever you are experiencing an object. Okay? So there's a Chaitanya that motivates the mind to go and experience the object. Okay? The volition. Okay? Then there's the Manasikara, attention turn to face the object. Okay? And there's the contact with the object. So there's also the Vitaka, Vichara, apply on the object, sustain on the object. There's also the Virya, that energize the mind to know the object. Now all these are mental activities. That comes under Sankhara Khanda. So these are the 5 aggregates, which the reality. So these 5 aggregates is actually the constituent of our existence. We are all a bundle of 5 aggregates. I'm a bundle of aggregates. You are also a bundle of aggregates. He is also a bundle of aggregates. Everybody, even the cat, the dog you see on the street, also a bundle of aggregates. It's the constituent of our samsaric existence. So you see, we say we exist. How do we know we exist? Because throughout the day, we are having this sense experiences repeatedly, moment to moment. We are having sense experiences, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and so on. Also in the mind, also mind door experience. 6 sense experience are occurring continuously. As long as the 6 sense experiences are occurring continuously, moment to moment, we say we exist. Okay? So even when we are sleeping, actually, there's the mind door experience. Okay? According to Abhidhamma, that's mind door experience. Okay? But we don't notice it because it's the Bhavanga Citta. Bhavanga Citta, the life continuum consciousness, occur at the mind door, and it has its object. Its object is related to a karma that produced this present existence. Your present existence is a result of a past karma that you have performed. That Bhavanga Citta take an object related to this karma as its object. So, but because this object is very subtle, and Bhavanga Citta itself is a resultant consciousness. That means resultant consciousness are more passive, more peaceful. So that's why when you don't experience anything, it's like you go to sleep and all blank out. But actually at the mind door, there is a mental process still going on. The Bhavanga. So as long as there's sense experience going on, you continue to exist. And this is what the yogi is noting, moment to moment. Every moment while you're noting rising, 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 falling, falling, sitting, sitting, touch. This is a sense door experience, the body door experience. Right? So walking also, lifting, lifting, pushing, pushing. You're experiencing the steps through what? Through the body. That's the body door experience. And you're not seeing, you're not hearing, smelling, tasting. These are all sense door experiences. So you note continuously, you're noting your existence itself. moment to moment, one sense experience, another sense experience, another sense experience, arising, disappearing, moment to moment. And if your mind is clear, you watch this sense experience, you notice it's made out of the 5 aggregates. Every moment, sense experience made out of the aggregates. Okay, like hearing, for example. And here, what is that? That's the sound, right? The sound is materiality, right? Then there's the ear door, the ear base, or the ear sensitivity, right? The sound hits the sensitivity. That sensitivity also the materiality. Okay? In the sutta, the Buddha said ear, eye, ear, nose. But actually, it's not the whole eye or the whole ear. Buddha is referring to the sensitivity. So when you say ear, is the ear sensitivity. So the object, the sound hits the sensitivity. Okay? These two are materiality. Okay? So material aggregates. So when it hits consciousness, ear consciousness arise. That is consciousness aggregate, vijnana kanda. Okay? So, and then there's the contact. Because when the consciousness, the object, and the base and the consciousness come together. So the mind touches the object at the base. There's a mental activity. Okay? Contact, phassa. Okay? So this contact is comes under the sankhara kanda. Okay? Aggregate of these mental activities. Okay? So at that time also there's perception, sanya. You recognize the sound, right? Then there's also the feeling connected with the experience of the sound, pleasant or unpleasant, and so on. Okay, so the 5 aggregates, all the 5 aggregates are present at the moment of hearing. So too, a moment of seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. Okay? Even the experience at the mind door. 5 aggregates. Okay? What is the material aggregate at the mind door? Heart base. Yeah. So every sense experiences, you note, is constitute of these 5 aggregates. Okay. So when we say reality, discern the true nature of reality. Reality it refers to these 5 aggregates that arise in each moment of sense experiences. The 5 aggregates, or to put it in more simple terms, because 5 aggregates, these 5 things can be reduced down to only 2. Mental, physical nature. Okay? So rupa kanda, material aggregate, is rupa dhamma, material nature. The other 4 aggregates, they are nama. So nama dhamma, mental nature. So mental, physical nature. Okay? So in vipassana meditation, we are meditating. We note the 6 sense experiences consisting of this mental, physical nature, the 5 aggregates. We note it continuously. Seeing, hearing, smelling, and so on. We keep noting, moment to moment, we keep noting. Okay? So we develop the noting mind. So mindfulness develop, concentration develop, and then clarity of mind develop. So when the mind is clear, it's free from impurities, free from disturbances of the defilements, then it comes clear, is able to discern clearly the true nature of this mental, physical nature, exactly as they are. Okay? Okay. So vipassana is this clear discernment, true nature of reality, true nature of the five aggregates, or a mental physical nature that are arising within our sense experiences. We discern their true nature as they really are. The next question: what is this true nature? That's discerned by vipassana. What is this true nature? So this true nature refers to what the Buddha constantly described in the suttas: anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanent, suffering, non-self. So when the mind is clear, it's freed from mental defilements, the true nature of this mental physical constituent of our experience, the nature of impermanent, suffering, non-self, can be discerned clearly by the noting mind. Now we will talk more about this nature of impermanent, suffering, and non-self later. So right now, you just need to know that vipassana means this clear, deep discernment of the nature of impermanent, suffering, non-self, nature of this mental physical reality that constitute our experience. So vipassana is the wisdom, the clarity of mind that discerns the nature of impermanent, suffering, non-self. This is the insight knowledge that we want to develop in our practice. So in the commentary also, they define vipassana. It says anicca divasena vividehi akarehi dhamme passatiti vipassana. So vipassana is that which passati. As now we say passana. That's the verbal noun. Now is using the verb itself, passati. Passati means seeing. So that which sees, or that which discern. Discern what? Dhamme. Dhamme passati. Discern the Dhamma. Dhamma here means nama rupa Dhamma. So that which discern a mental physical nature. So how do they discern the mental physical nature? Vividehi akarehi, in various ways. So, and what various ways? Anicca divasena, as impermanent, as suffering, as non-self. So vipassana is that which discern clearly the Dhammas, mental physical nature, in various ways, as impermanent, as suffering, as non-self. That is vipassana. That is insight knowledge, the clarity of mind, the sharpness of mind, the precision of mind, the clarity, the clear precision, the accurate clarity, that discern exactly as it is, nature impermanent, suffering, non-self. So once you understand what is vipassana, then it's easy to understand what is vipassana bhavana, or vipassana meditation. So we say bhavana is developing, right? So vipassana bhavana means you are developing insight. So vipassana meditation or vipassana bhavana is the meditative practice or meditative development through which we cultivate, we develop vipassana, the insight into nature, impermanent, suffering, non-self. So through the method of satipatthana. So what's the method of satipatthana? And that's what we recite every morning. Kaya kaya nupasi viharati atapi sampajano satima vinaya lokya bijado manasa. So basically it means to note continuously, not relentlessly, precisely, okay? With ardent effort, with this accurate clarity, with firm mindfulness. You note continuously. You note it so firmly that the defilements cannot arise. You remove desire and displeasure. So that's the metta satipatthana. We'll talk more about the metta satipatthana later. Okay? So through this metta satipatthana, noting continuously, precisely, with ardent effort, with clarity, with mindfulness. So through this method, you bring the mind to a state of temporary purity of mind, called samadhi. Okay? So even vipassana yogi must develop samadhi. Okay? Some of you may think that, vipassana, we don't need to develop samadhi. So we can just proceed to develop vipassana. Vipassana cannot arise without kanika samadhi, momentary concentration. Okay? That's why we have to develop kanika samadhi. Okay? We may not develop the samatha jhana, but we do need to develop kanika samadhi, and we develop it using the method of satipatthana. Okay? So then we arrive at this vipassana samadhi or kanika samadhi, momentary concentration. So in that state of samadhi, the mind is freed from all the defilements, from all the disturbances caused by the defilements. So in that state of samadhi, the mind has this clarity to discern the true nature of metaphysical phenomena as they really are, the nature of impermanent suffering, non-self. So by keeping the mind, noting mind constantly in that state of pure, clear discernment. So again and again you keep the mind in that pure state of discerning again and again. So and the insight into impermanent suffering, non-self, will be able to develop and go deeper and deeper and deeper as you progress through the higher and higher stages of insight, development of insight. So this process of development of insight is called vipassana bhavana, vipassana meditation. Okay, we stop here tonight.